Why was the Asiento de Negros crucial to slave trade? Imagine a system that made it easier for European countries to get thousands of enslaved Africans to their colonies. That's what the Asiento de Negros was all about. It was a series of contracts granted by the Spanish crown. These contracts gave certain merchants or foreign nations exclusive rights to supply African slaves to Spanish colonies in the Americas. Spain did not have its own direct access to African trading posts, so it depended on others. Countries like Portugal, the Netherlands, France, and later Britain were the main suppliers. The Asiento created a legal monopoly, meaning only certain traders could sell enslaved Africans to Spain. This system was in place from the early 1500s until the mid-1700s. It was vital because Spanish colonies relied heavily on enslaved African labor. After indigenous populations declined due to harsh working conditions and diseases, Africans became the main workforce. The Asiento made it possible for Spain to meet the high demand for labor without building its own African trading network. It connected Spanish colonies to a wider Atlantic trade system, where European powers competed for control and profit. Large shipments of enslaved Africans were common, sometimes thousands at a time. For example, the British South Sea Company was responsible for supplying many slaves in the 18th century. The Asiento was more than just a trade agreement. It was tied to European political struggles. Wars between Spain and Britain often erupted over who controlled the rights to supply slaves. These conflicts affected the flow of enslaved Africans and the economies of the colonies. The impact of the Asiento extended beyond trade. It shaped the demographic makeup of Latin America. The forced migration of Africans through this system contributed to the multicultural identity of the region. It influenced language, religion, music, cuisine, and social structures. African heritage became a fundamental part of Latin American societies. So, the Asiento de Negros was crucial because it kept the colonial economy running smoothly. It linked Latin America to the Atlantic world and left a lasting mark on the cultural fabric of the region.